That's pretty sweet. Let's see what else you got here. Well, hi! I haven't done a video in a bit. I've been doing some shorts. And they've got, you know, a couple views, which is pretty cool. Thank you. Still not making money on YouTube because you need a lot of subscribers and a lot of views. YouTube's still fun. So let's do a video because I have something I want to rebuild. But first, this is what she looks like now. I want to pull these manifolds off and do a new paint. Do some new paint on them, sandblasting them. I did a little spot here and it looks better than this crustiness, and I don't know, I think this thing looks pretty cool. Put this little heat exchanger setup on here. I'm still in the process of running lines. I pulled all these pulleys off. I had to do some funk here to make this setup all work. I still don't know, you know. Like I don't know about that alternator, but you know what? I ain't changing it. That's how it's gonna stay. We'll see how it goes. I know one of the comments is I shouldn't have painted the pulleys. Yeah, I know, but you know, the first hour that paint will all be burned off of there and it won't matter. So, what are we rebuilding today? Let's go over to the bench and I'll show you. This is a power steering pump. So for like basically all the years of Chevy, from like their early 80s square body up into the 2000s to the OBS, they all run the same basic pump and they all have the same, they all get the same rebuild kit. So I got, you know, O-rings. It does come with the bushing, but I'm not going to replace the bushing because I have messed up bushings in the past trying to get them out. And I've messed up bores. I've really screwed things up before. And really, as long as the shaft doesn't have any play and the bushing is not oval, then I don't really see a reason to have to change it. There is no play. I feel no play in this bushing whatsoever. Nothing. So I'm really not going to replace that. Now, I don't know if you're even going to... No, you're not going to be able to see it. There is some staining on the bushing, but it is not oval. And there's no big scores in it. And like this, I don't know, this pump still worked, I think. I never ran the boat. I have no idea. So this was the pump off of that motor. And, you know, somebody told me a while back, they said, well, how come you need a power steering pump on a boat anyway? I mean, you turn, the leg goes this way, the leg goes that way. I heard a story that made me want to rebuild this. It was a while back. Buddy was out fishing, and they were talking, and a story came up that Buddy was floating along, and he wanted to kind of, you know, give her and, you know, go over to that part of the lake over there. And when he went around a corner, it ripped the steering wheel out of his hand and it cranked that leg all the way to one way, and he couldn't get it to go back, and the boat did a big donut and just about flung both guys off. He was only, by the grace of the gods, able to reach over there and turn it off and shut the thing off. But I think I want to make sure this works, because that doesn't happen, because that Bayliner boat that this is going into, the 1980 Bayliner, that's a pretty big, heavy, well-built boat. And if I'm giving her, even though it's a 305, if I'm giving her, I want to be able to turn. I don't want to get into that, oh my God, we're going to die, and I've got my children with me, and we all get flung off the boat, and the boat flips, and yeah, I don't want to go down that road. So I'm rebuilding this power steering pump because of that. So let's see what I got here. I got the kit. Comes with, well, might as well open it. Well, we'll start with the price. So this is what I picked the kit up for. Now, parts are ridiculously expensive. I'm pretty sure I could have got a better price than $76.03, but you know, Rock Auto is good and all, but you gotta wait. And for me to get stuff shipped out to where I live, I gotta wait like 2 weeks to get something that I had my local parts store. They had this on the shelf, so I'm not waiting around. I'll pay a couple extra bucks and have this pump here. I've already used this kit on my red truck. That power steering pump was leaking like a son of a gun. I mean, I'd dump a thing into it like every morning, and it was leaving puddle trails everywhere. So that was a no-go. So I went through and I cleaned up all this stuff. And as you can see, I put a beautiful coat of paint on it. You know, the Chevy orange. And pump body's in good shape. A little bit of flash rust from when I cleaned it. I did the best I could. Honestly, I don't care. I'm gonna, not worry about it. Came with a magnet. There's a magnet on there that collects all the crap that's floating around inside. The pump body doesn't look the greatest. It does catch your fingernail, but this part of the pump body doesn't actually touch the case. These two parts, they don't touch. I mean, they're close, but they don't whatever I was going to say. So all this stuff is all cleaned up, and we can get it set up, and I'm going to start putting her back together. And I got the pump body set on here. We're just going to start putting pieces back into it. So I'm going to start with the pump body. So I can get a better view of down the gullet here. There we go. So this is the same both ways. So we're going to put it in. Put it down like this. And there's two pins that hold that in position. The two pins are important. They keep that pump body from moving because you really don't want that to move. That would be a bad day. Then you really won't steer. And we need some lubrication. I think in reality, I'm just going to be running automatic transmission fluid, ATF. It's a little bit... ATF has got more of a detergent in it, so it'll keep the system clean, especially in a boat environment that it's going to get, quite hot. So I'm just going to use some ATF. We're going to grab this. Lube up that bushing. No, that's wrong. What the hell am I doing here? Thank God my videos aren't a tutorial video. That is 100% incorrect. This part goes in first. Trying to figure out why the heck it looks so weird. Alright, so this goes in like this. Goes in those pins. Rag got in the way. Don't you hate that when the rag gets in the way? Oh, I hate when the rag gets in the way. Alright, so then this, which way am I putting this? So that has a mark for up. And I'm going to put it this way. So that's the starting of the pump. If you look down there, you can see the pump. Alright, and then we're going to put the vanes in. One at a time. So as we're putting the pump vanes in, you got to note, one side of the pump vane is round, one side of the pump vane, see that's round and flat. I'm going to put the flat against the cylinder part, and the round is going to be the part that pushes out. And this is what we call a vane style pump. Many applications require a vane style pump. Automatic transmission is a vane style pump. Some air conditioning systems run a vane style pump. It's very reliable, it's very quiet, and it's very simple. Oh good, I didn't lose any. Okay, and then we need an O-ring. A little bit of oil. I don't like putting O-rings in dry, and I do not use grease. We do not use grease in this type of application. You should never use grease on an O-ring anyways. Unless you know that it is a synthetic O-ring. But if it's an oil-based O-ring, you are asking for trouble. So there's two grooves in here that take O-rings. There's an upper groove and a lower groove. Both are different pressure within this pump. So if we get these wrong, this pump will not have any pressure. Got one started. Oh, come on. Now it's stuck. I think I have a problem. This O-ring is a little bit big. The struggle is real, people. The struggle is real. These even the same size. That's strange. Come on, baby. Get in that groove. Ah, there we go. Alright. Boy, that was a pain in the butt. Alright. One part on there. Now, I'm going to put a little bit in here. Just give her a span. Now, if you ever do one of these, don't worry about the vanes popping out. When this pump gets spun by the engine, it'll fling these vanes out. So they might look like they're sticking, but they're not. And do not use a magnet to take them out, because you don't want to magnetize them. Okay, so let me go with the pump, the top half. Oh, I marked that. This is the same both ways. Good, good. And this goes on this way. And that's not gonna play nice. I'm gonna cut that O-ring up. Let's get a feeler gauge here. See if we got any small O-rings. No, we did not. There we go. There is a 1.5 thou shim. I'm going to stick down here. Try to get that go down. I don't want to. So like I said, if we get this wrong, this won't pump. If you jam it in there, you'll cut that O-ring up, and I really don't want to cut that O-ring up. Shit. Right in the face. There we go. There we go. All right. I think we're doing pretty good here. God, this video is going to be long and boring, I think. Okay, other big O-ring. Goes on here in this groove. Like that. And we have a spring, a cover, and a clip to put on. The spring, the cover, and this guy here. Again, I don't want to cut that O-ring up. That's actually going to go in there quite nicely. There's the fun part. We have to push this guy down and then put the clip on there. Ooh, there we go. And, ooh, that O-ring survived too. Right on. Great arm. It is not cut. That's pretty much it. I mean, that's it to the power steering pump. I mean, we got to put the valves in it and some sealing O-rings on it, but yeah, that's it. So, continue. We are going to put, so we have to put the body on here now. And then there's these O-rings that go here that also go into the case over here. Yeah, let me point out a frame so you can't see me. Down here, like that. Ah, shit. forgot I put some juice in there. So we're gonna put the spring, and this is the release valve, which I think I cleaned this out. So I believe this is the overpressure valve, so when the pump isn't being used, it can just bypass. You don't want this thing building pressure because you'll be blowing lines left, right, and center. So the spring is in there, this goes down there. And then we have these O-rings. New stuff, we've got square cut, square cut, square cut, round. Oh, they give me extras. A couple extra square cuts. That's a thick one, that one. Oh, what the hell? Maybe I'm using the thick ones. What is these? Oh, those are the thin ones. Do I have two thin ones in there? Aha! Okay, so this kit does other stuff, because these guys are thick. Them's are thick. And them's are thin, so I need the thin ones. Save the thick ones for later. I need this big monstrosity. Put some lubrication on that. This goes around the pump. Yeah. Without overstretching it, preferably. I'll go from this side. Maybe I shouldn't have put that ATF in there. Just making a mess. And then we put the pump with the body on. This guy right here. So these guys, one go here, one go here, one go here. These are just high pressure rings. Square cut high pressure rings. This goes on like this. Oh man. Come on. Freaking O-rings. New O-rings are a pain. Shit. How is that possible? Doesn't line up? How does it not line up? Quality control of the 80s, eh? Cool. Okay, so then we put, this is the new one. Some juice on that. O-ring goes down here. One more. What a mess. And then, I believe it's this guy, but it goes through a bunch of stuff. That's it. She's done. I guess it wasn't done. Seal. Almost got it. Almost there. Man, this is going to be one hell of a boring video. Watching me fumble with crap. Bigger socket. Bigger socket. Okay, right there. And that is that. That is a rebuilt GM power steering pump. It feels pretty good. I don't feel any problems. It's not binding up. Now we put the pulley back on and we toss her back on the. Put the pulley back on there and we toss her back on the engine. Alright, I got the bracketry all back on there. I think it looks pretty sexy, man. Yeah. I do notice, though, that I missed the paint on this ring here. So I might be spraying some touch-up on that. Because that looks pretty awful. But what I'd like to do right now, I want to see if this piece of crap power steering pump puller installer kit will actually press this pulley on. Because I know the puller is a hunk of garbage, and the puller doesn't work for a darn. So let's see if we can get that pressed on there. At least press it on there flush, anyway. Oof, that's not much thread engagement. I had trouble getting this pulley off. I needed as much heat as I could get on it. Alright, so I need, what is that, 9/16, and I don't have anything here. Oh, cool. Alright, let's see how well this works. I have my doubts. What am I doing here? I want to go this way without turning that thing. Oh, a piece of junk. I gotta hold that, hold that, hold that. No, it's going undone. Is that going on there? Ah, shit. Oh crap, it's working! Gotta figure out. Awesome. Oh, I don't want to go too far. I want her to be flush with the shaft. See where we're at here. Oh god, we gotta go a mile. Ish. At least it's going. The puller on this kit's just stupid. I even modified it and still wouldn't work. Oh man. No, I don't gotta go to the gym today. No, just gotta put the power steering pulley back on. Power steering pump. Well, it's working. Taking a lot of effort though. I hear a mouse. Frickin' mice. I got 2 mice living in my shop. I can hear these little peckerheads talking to each other. Oh, did you hear that? Coming in from under there. Here, mousey, 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 mousey. Mice are pissing me off. Leaving shit everywhere. Wrapped up in rags. Freaking mice. Alright, back to the task at hand. I think for now I'm going to leave that because I want to space that pulley with the crank. Oh my god. Oh, I can't get it off. Oh. Yeah, close enough for now. That's straight. That's all a guy can ask for. Okay, I'm gonna throw it on the engine, and then we can have a look and see what it looks like. And now what it looks like. That's what it looks like all mounted up. I think it looks pretty damn good. Kind of got a theme going on here. Not bad for redneck chrome, eh? Chrome in a can back there with a little bit of clear on it. Looks pretty good. This is just polished. I didn't paint that, and yes, you can take that cap off. I was concerned about that, but that looks pretty darn good. I'm happy with it. Hopefully it doesn't leak like a son of a gun. I really hope it doesn't leak when I pour fluid into it, but won't find that out until it's in the boat. That's what it looks like so far. Alright, so I got lots of work to do, and then I got to do some structural work on that boat. So I don't want this to turn into the boat channel, hence the shorts. But right now I don't really have anything to work on, and I can't really work on anything because my shop is taken over by vehicles. Because it's starting to get cold now, and icy and snowy, and I just don't feel like scraping the cars off in the morning. Alright, that's it for me. Bye bye.